You guys, 2018 is looking like a bag. What is going on, everyone? This video, this is an interesting one. This is one I've wanted to make for a while. I've seen a few other people make it. My plan was, I saw people make it literally a month ago. I wanted to do it more towards the end of the year. We're coming into the end of 2017. It's been an insane year. I will probably do a video recapping the entire year because literally everything has changed for me. But right now, 2018, I went through, outlined all my goals in here that I'm gonna be sharing with you guys right now. This is basically all the business related end of things. There is a lot, and I do just wanna start with this. I don't know what I'm gonna be doing next year. I really don't. I guarantee you new companies are gonna be started, new friendships, new partnerships are gonna be formed that I can't predict right now. I guarantee it. So maybe that adds additional income. Maybe I'll make an extra 100,000, 5 million, whatever the case may be. Maybe starting some other business is gonna take away from some of this stuff that we're gonna talk about. So I really don't know, and that's okay. I'm gonna be, open to things. It's gonna be the most important 12 months of my life. A lot of things are gonna happen, which I am gonna be explaining in this video. But let's go through a couple of these things, you guys. I've outlined a couple of the main things I've been working on and that I'm focused on and I see a lot of potential with right now. As you know, the YouTube channel has been popping. I'm starting to do a lot of things. Some of you guys might be seeing the YouTube ads around that. I'm just trying to really grow everything. So right now, starting off with the Shopify course, a lot of you guys don't even know this exists, and that's because I'm not promoting it, okay? My goal right now, I'm slowly and selectively letting certain people in, mostly filtering that just over the phone, talking to them, making sure they're the right fit, and we have to decline a lot of people for one simple reason. People literally don't believe me when I say that. It's one simple reason right now. I'm trying to build two things, success stories and testimonies, and I already have hundreds. I could show you. I'll probably make something somewhere on social media showing all of them. A stupid amount of testimonies because I can use that in my marketing this coming year. So that's my plan. I wrote little notes next to this, but I want full-on ads running. So legitimate marketing, Instagram story ads, I want my YouTube ads running, I want stuff with webinars, whatever. I want to build that full back-end system, automate most of that, and blow it up. Personally, we'll go through and kind of break it down here in a second. I think that's gonna do about 3.8 million this next year in revenue, and my profit out of that's probably gonna be close to 2.4 to 2.5. So that's kind of my target. I think that's very realistic. In reality, I could probably do more, I might do less, but I think that's a safe bet. That's a number that I wanna hit, so definitely pushing for that. Let's just go over and break it down right now for that one as we go through. The course, I wrote down all these different months and how I picture the scale curve to go. So I think we're gonna really be ramping it up these next few months as we start to promote and get the ads running. I have a lot of different things in place, salespeople, affiliates, and stuff that I wanna blow up on that end. So I think it's really gonna take off over like the first couple months, like the first quarter of 2018. And I think that'll bring it to about 400,000 a month in revenue. At that point, I really don't know, again, this is my best guess. I think it's gonna somewhat plateau, kind of dip off as we really are just focusing on the students, but barely for a few months, and then ramp back up higher than it's ever been into the end of the year, simply because of Black Friday, Christmas, holiday sales, people are spending more money, have more money, all those different things. So as for Shopify specifically, I know a lot of people saying it's just a trend, and it is. Obviously, it's not gonna last forever. I don't know how long I'll be doing this business for, but it's gonna be around for years. So I'm not really too worried about that. When it comes to this course, this is my plan for this. Up top is the total revenue. This would be my profit. Again, it's just an estimate out of this. So that's kind of the route I want to take things with the course. In total, again, 3.82 million is what that came out to. My profit out of that, just again, going with 70% profit, would be about 2.4 to 2.5. So that's my plan for the course. There's a couple things coming with that I'm really interested about. But one of the more interesting things, I already know that's gonna happen. I'm not too worried about that. And as well as this next one, but this is getting really fun to me. This SaaS business, I haven't really explained it a lot to you guys. I know a lot of you are curious and keep asking me what it is, what I'm doing. Software as a subscription or software as a service, SaaS, okay? I have a software, I love it. I'm very, very freaking familiar with the industry, the ins and outs of the business, everything. I've been the top affiliate in other companies for the same thing. And so I already know it's blowing up, it's already taking off. So I realistically think, again, outlining it, which we'll go through here in a second, $1 million from that, and I only have 20% equity in that company. That's kind of all I wanted, just because when I was getting that set up, I didn't want to front a bunch of front-end capital, but I think that's gonna be a very big residual. So it might make me only 200,000, which again, I can't really complain about that, 200,000 throughout the year, but as you break it down, let me scroll down here, that business model, it's scaling. So right now it's kind of in the beta. A lot of people are testing it. We've had, I think, 150 to 170 people that we've let in to test it, and not one negative word has come. So that alone tells me so much that it's just gonna be insane. But I think this, for me, with my 20% equity, will at least be a solid 20 to 30,000 a month, because I know for a fact we're taking it to 6 figures within the first half of 2018. So 6 figures a month. I project, I really don't know the cap to this. A lot of, like, there's some kind of similar companies, they don't even compete at all with us. They're doing, I'd say, anywhere from like 30 to 70,000 a month, 30 to 60,000, but that's not the cap. There used to be another company doing like 20 million a month. So I know the industry, I know the cap for that, and I really don't think that this is the limit. This is kind of a somewhat conservative growth curve as to what I think it could be, and it is one of the business models where it scales exponentially as it goes. So again, 1,021,000, and then my profit out of that's gonna be about 200K. So that's my best guess for that, and that's a very, very interesting business model. I like it. I guarantee you, I actually wrote this down over here. Actually, I don't guarantee it, but I think I'll probably end up starting another software company down the road in 2018. I don't know for what, I don't know for what business, I don't know with who, I kind of do. But I mean, it's a very interesting thing. So I'm getting into that. I think software is a great thing. You'll see down below once we scroll down here later in this video, what I want to do with residual income. So I have a certain number I want to hit when it comes to just overall residual income, and I think software is going to be a great way to do that. Now, obviously, as you guys know, it's what we talk about all the time on this channel, Shopify. The business model, dropshipping, I put net profit. This is not revenue, because obviously different stores, different variables as to what your profit percentage is. I think I know that I can make 300,000 this next year profit, so that's about, I don't know, that would come out to like $900 to $1,000 a day. But here's the thing. That really just depends on how much time I want to focus on it. So I know I can make more money with other things, but Shopify is still, it's kind of now becoming my second, 1 to 2 of my most interested, like, things that I consider fun. It's an interesting business model. So I do want to do it. I'm probably going to have 2 to 3 stores running, but my plan for this is I'm going to take someone who, you know, I've identified as someone who's very solid, kind of teach them everything I know, blow up the store myself, get all that stuff going, you know, get momentum, and then let them pretty much automate it. And then we each take a cut. So that's really what I think is gonna happen with Shopify. 300,000, very safe, conservative number. I know I can do that. It's just a matter of how much time I wanna actually focus on that. So I really wanna get into the business of, like, kind of automating things. Whatever I build now, I want it to, within a couple months, like a 2 to 6 month turnaround time frame, be at least like 80 to 90% automated. So that's kind of the same thing I'm structuring with the course as well as the software. Shopify, I'm gonna test it out. I know a lot of people automate their stuff. I've never really done that just because, first of all, I never really trusted anyone. And when it comes to picking a business partner like that, for Shopify specifically, I've had nothing but negative experiences with multiple people. So I'm gonna have to pick carefully with that, but I know I can do it. And just kind of let them manage it and take it over, and I'll oversee it, you know, help them out here and there. But Shopify is very simple, it's fun, it's money. So that's one thing I want to do. A residual group. Now this is probably the most conservative number out of all this, because I think I can realistically do a lot more. But what this is it's going to tie into Shopify. So I want to, through my brand, create something on a monthly retainer where people can pay, and it's not just going to be some typical group like you see. I'm not explaining it, I'm not pitching it to you, I'm not selling it to you or whatever right now, but it's going to be different. And so that's why I know it's gonna blow up. But the thing is, my time, the time that I have to put into that is not gonna vary really based on how many students are in there. So if there's 1 person or 1,000 people, it's still kind of roughly the same amount of time for me. So I'd rather blow it up as fast as I can. So if we go over here to where I broke it down, I actually am probably not gonna start this until into February. And again, these are so conservative. I think in these first 3 months, I can blow it up maybe to 10K or whatever. I really don't know. It depends. If I'm running ads, which I know how to do, I think it's gonna go a lot farther than that. So I do wanna scale that as fast as possible, have that be another residual. I'll probably have coaches or whatever in there. It's not gonna take up a crazy amount of my time, but it's something I wanna do, and I have a few ideas for how I'm gonna structure it that's 100% different than any other group. So that's the plan. I did put total revenue to profit just because I may or may not end up with coaches or people inside of there who help out, and they'll take a cut of that. So most conservative number out of all this, 67,000. You know what's crazy to me too? Let me just point this out. 67,000 is higher than the average American income. Blows my mind, still does. My profit out of that, about 50,000. So that's the plan for that residual group. I don't know exactly when that'll come, probably the first couple months of this next year, just as I'm focusing on other things. Good old YouTube ads. This is conservative somewhat, just based on a typical growth curve. Some months are just slower when it comes to ad revenue. My CPM, for those of you who are curious, is like $17 to $18, which is insane. So as of right now, actually as I'm filming this, I got paid today like $1,900. My next payment's gonna be like $2,500 would be my guess. YouTube ad revenue, this is kind of the growth curve I see it following. I think I'll get it to about 8 to 10K. It really just depends on the total amount of views, obviously, as well as maintaining CPM throughout the year, which changes as the advertising, it changes as seasonal. So it's very seasonal, changes throughout the time of the year. I don't know a lot about that, but I think kind of going up 500 a month, roughly, very consistent, very typical. I see that as super realistic, and that's 100% profit. So throughout the year, that's definitely a solid another 60,000 or so. I listed it, as you guys can clearly see, 60,900. I think that that's one of those things where it depends. I know I'm gonna stay relevant. I see a lot of people go up and down. That's not what I'm doing. That's not what I've done. And I've studied and made sure that that doesn't happen. So I don't know how long you guys have been following for, but I'm in it. I'm gonna win. I'm gonna be bigger than anyone, I guarantee it. But 63,900 for ad revenue. I know people I know a lot of you guys are probably familiar with Tanner J. Fox. He makes I think 6,000 a month at least off ad revenue. Well, as you see on here, I don't have that hidden until August, but he blew up his channel in like 3-4 months. So I know a lot of things are coming into play. I have different pieces and things that, again, we'll be talking about later in this video that are gonna be going on in my life that I know will increase that. So I'm really curious to see how that goes actually, and just my overall views and following. That'll definitely be an interesting thing. Affiliate marketing. Yes, I do have a video coming on this. No, I haven't filmed it. I kind of want to tie it into a few other things, so I have to build that out first. But affiliate marketing, this is like the easiest income stream for me. I don't even have to really do anything. It already makes me money. This is kind of what I've really started with in the whole social media space multiple years back. So I think 48,000 a year at 100% profit, roughly about 4,000 a month out of that. I don't see that being a problem at all. This is one of those things where I can make more money if I want to. So I can make 5 grand, 10 grand a month if I wanted to. It just depends. So super simple. I can grow it if I want. That's just kind of the structure with that. Affiliate marketing, God, stupidly easy. So yeah, that's kind of, in descending order from revenue from what I see right here. Again, I don't know exactly 100% what I'm gonna be doing, and I outlined that right here. Course, projects. I'm confident that I'll end up with another course this next year. I just don't know on what. So it is a huge wave. I'm gonna take advantage of it. Whether that's on e-commerce or another business, I have a few ideas for both that are very cool and unique. I don't know exactly what I'm gonna do on that end of things. Depending on when I launch at, how I'm gonna structure, what the business model is, 500,000 is a safe number in my opinion. So I think I can do that. It really just depends. And you guys, I've thought about this, as I'm becoming a figure or whatever you wanna call it with Shopify. I don't wanna be the biggest Shopify store, and I don't wanna be the biggest brand around Shopify. You know who I wanna be? I wanna be Shopify. So I've been thinking a lot, putting in a lot of work, like what's the next wave? What's the next trend? What is the next business model? Like how can I create, what if I had created Shopify and then blew up my brand around it and introduced it to people? Right? Then I own the platform. I have ties to all the plugins, all the different sources of revenue, and they make stupid money. And I have a brand around it so it can sell a course or whatever. And then other people pick up on it and make their stuff. And I might not make money off their courses and their teaching, but I make money because no matter what, people have to use the platform that I created to run that business. So bigger picture stuff like that is what I'm focused on. I think it's a very interesting thing. Not gonna dive too much in depth on that right now, but again, I'm just curious to see how things go this next year. Even with crypto, I have a lot of connections, people. I don't know, when you're watching this or how much you've really looked into it. It's been moving like crazy. It is 100% market manipulation, and I know the people who know the people, so 2 layers apart, who are controlling that. Chinese billionaires, they're literally running the crypto markets, absolutely manipulating this, and I kind of have an opportunity to at least be in touch with them, and so it really depends on connections on how much money I could make. I mean, I could make 10, 20, 30 million. I really don't know. I know on my own I'll make at least 100,000 just kind of messing around, but I'm again just curious to see how it goes. I really am. I know there's a lot of money when it comes to this stuff. I'm not betting crazy big. I'm not doing anything. I just have a lot of connections and a lot of friends who are doing absolutely excellent when it comes to crypto. Crypto, I don't see it as a trend, and crypto is also not a business. Crypto is a currency. So I see crypto as a wave. There's a difference between a wave and a trend. This is actually what I was thinking about the other day. A wave and a trend. A wave absolutely shifts the way everything is doing and it makes mainstream headline media, whereas a trend is something, you know, like social media marketing. Yeah, it's huge, it blows up, but it's not like the talk of the town, like Russian politics are talking about it, like the US government, all these different things. Crypto is stirring waves. So that's kind of how I think about that. Now, this is something I know I mentioned in a video a long time ago, that I'm gonna have some weird income streams that you guys wouldn't even think about, don't know, and won't make sense. Well, it's a billboard. And it's not a typical billboard like you think. That's not what it is, and I'm not gonna explain it in this video. I'm really not. But that is very simple residual income, and it just depends on how many I have. It's already a proven business model. Took it from 0 to 12,000 a month in 3 months, and it cost about 22,000, depending on a lot of different variables. So I'll probably be splitting that with a friend. We know how to do it. It's very simple. It just depends on how much effort we want to put in. Maybe get that, you know, get 10, 20, 30 of these, you know, billboards. Again, it's not what you'd think, just a typical billboard, which is kind of weird. I know it's not really making much sense right now, but I think that's going to be a very easy income of absolute bare minimum, 6,000 a month by the end of the year. So if we go over here, I put that actually as I'm probably not going to really do much with that for the first few months. Kind of blow it up and towards the end of the year. So another residual income, which is going to play into my goal of how much residual income I want by the end of the year, which I will explain to you guys after we're done going through this. So that's kind of the structure with that. Those are the couple of the main things. Other branding stuff, I know just little things, people hit me up. Coaching here and there, I'm not doing a lot of that, but you know, people paying me to be on their podcast, YouTube, be in their course, different things like that. It happens. I get offers all the time. I don't know. I just know other things that are not really tied into any of this other stuff we just talked about. When it comes to my brand, is definitely another 3,000 a month. So I'd say that's a safe 30 to 50,000 a month, or not a month, excuse me, 30 to 50,000 throughout the year, just for sure. So a lot of different income streams. I guarantee you there will be more. There's a couple small ones that are subcategories or whatever that didn't really tie into this that I didn't list out, but that's the goal. So we're not done here. That I just went through and showed you all the outline, what I want to do. But okay, let me explain this here. 3 things that I'm gonna do. This is the monthly residual goal, by the way. By the end of the year, I want 75,000 a month in residual income. However that wants to come in, Residual Group, software, the billboard stuff, other projects, client retainers, whatever. Oh, and by the way, I didn't mention this. When it comes to affiliate marketing, I haven't really mentioned this. It's not just like giving you a link and I get a commission and that's a monthly thing. That's not necessarily what I'm doing with affiliate marketing, because under this, I consider where I'm sending, let's say, a referral, a business owner to my friend, and they close them out as a client at $5,000 a month. They pay me a cut of that. So I kind of consider that under affiliate marketing. That's not at all included in this price. That has nothing to do with that. This is just through simple things that are exterior from that. So affiliate marketing might be a 6-figure. I really don't know. But yeah, so I just want to touch on that. Cali. I'm moving to California. We're getting an entrepreneur house there. I know I've talked about it a little bit. I've teased you guys with videos of us going out, like, and I mean us by me and a couple other friends, going out to California, looking at houses, talking to realtors, and I showed that on the channel. It's coming. It's coming soon. We're kind of in the middle of negotiating with a couple different deals. I'll probably be signing paperwork for that in the next couple weeks to couple months. In the meantime, I'm looking at it right now on my other monitor. I don't want to get anyone too excited. I am going to be getting a more temporary place in Santa Monica, most likely, maybe down in Newport for a few months. So I will be moving to California and living there right at the beginning of the year, hopefully, if everything goes well. And so that's definitely a goal of mine. That was a goal for this year that I didn't hit. I could, but it makes more sense, whatever. I'm not rushing. I'm not in a rush to do that. So California, that's definitely a goal. I'll be living there. Buy a Huracan. At some point in the year, I'm gonna buy a Lamborghini Huracan. I don't know when, I don't really care when. It's just gonna happen whenever it makes the most sense. I know I just got an M4, but a Huracan is definitely coming, and maybe my taste change. Maybe I decide to get a McLaren, maybe I decide to get whatever, who knows? But definitely, I love cars. I'll be spending money on cars, I guarantee it. A car is coming soon. And then again, like the 75K a month residual, that's just a goal I have, because that's a very solid base. 75,000 a month. That's solid, and that'll pretty much set me up with cash flow that I can use at any point for anything throughout the next many, many years. So you guys, in total, 2018, this comes down to 3.5 million. Not exact for all this. That's just my bare minimum that I need and want to hit. is 3.5 million throughout the year. That's the total profit before taxes, profit, which is gonna suck. 3.5 million, and the breakdown for that, you guys, you need to know your numbers. Quarterly, 875,000. Okay, every quarter, which brings it to monthly about 292,000, which weekly 67,000, daily. And you guys, this might seem like to me this seems kind of low. It really does. 3.5, like how do I make like 5 to 10 million? Like 3.5 doesn't really excite me or scare me, by the way. And so when I break down to quarterly, it's not that much of a time frame. Monthly, okay, that's a respectable amount. I only really, it hits me like a brick when I gets to daily. Holy crap, $9,500 every single day. That's a lot, but then I break it down even further. Hourly, that's only 400 bucks. I think I can do that. So I know I can do that. I'm curious to see, you know, if I know I'll hit the goal. Hit the goal, am I gonna smash the goal, aim for 5, 10 million? I really don't know. I'll probably reassess everything within 3 to 6 months of being in California, living there, doing things, working towards these goals. These are my business goals. So that's what I think I can do. It's very realistic. I know that I just have to put in the work. The next 12 months are gonna absolutely determine the rest of my life. So I'm very excited, not really nervous. I'm just more curious to see what happens. And I hope that kind of explained a little bit of what I'm trying to do. I know a lot of you guys have been curious about this. I've never made a video like this. We got more stuff coming. I'm breaking down this year, whatever. I don't know when I'm even gonna post this, but this stuff right here, that's everything. That's pretty much everything. Breaking down profit total, 3.5 million. That's solid. Again, you guys, I'm 17, I'll be 18 in March. So at that point, that's ideally right when we get the entrepreneur house. So I'll be able to actually sign on the lease, which would be amazing because then I can write off the full lease as a tax deductible. So that would be nice. But you guys, I hope you enjoyed the video. Hope that answered a couple questions and hopefully sparked you to go do your own stuff, okay? If you don't have your goals written down, I have a whiteboard right there. I have another one right there and another one right there. And I have things written down on a note sheet, so like a piece of paper. I physically write it out. I also have this spreadsheet that we just went through. Physically write out your goals, know your numbers. You saw that I broke it down by quarterly, monthly, weekly, daily, hourly, as well as identifying all the different businesses I want to run, where I want to take it, where that growth curve is, as well as the revenue, my overall profit, all that stuff. So I wanted to break that down for you guys. I hope it answered a couple questions. I think I covered everything. If you have any questions, drop them in the comments down below, but I also want you to do something. Comment one goal. What's one specific goal that you know you have and that you're gonna hit this next year? Drop it in the comments down below. Let us know. I'm curious to see what you're aiming for and what you're gonna be doing. With that being said, you guys, I hope you enjoyed the video. I'd appreciate it if you show some love down below by dropping a like, and be sure to join the family if you haven't already by hitting that nice looking subscribe button. I'm posting every single day, 365 days this next year. I'm very curious to see how that goes. Let's get this channel to 1 million subscribers. I appreciate all of you, I really do. It's been crazy. 2017 has changed my life. I will probably do a breakdown video on all that, but I'm just curious to see where things go. I really am. And 2018 is gonna be crazy, 2019, 2020. So stick with me for the journey. I'm curious to see how you guys do over the next couple of years. Just get clear on your vision, get clear on the goals, understand and know exactly what you wanna do and how you're gonna get there. That's the most important thing. That's what I'm gonna leave you with. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I post every single day, so I'll see you guys tomorrow. Peace.